step in your river, and it takes me deep. Your heart is my temple, your tears rinse my feet. I walk out, I'm able to carry your peace. It reminds me of a song that I heard long ago. Maybe I'm always know that you were right there. A simple melody playing over and over in my dreams. Somehow out of reach, eluding me until I release. You come close to me when I believe, and I let you take the lead when I believe. My heart starts to see when I believe. When I believe, you say
Yes, sir. We are live. We're here. We're back. Shout out to everybody already in the chat room. We appreciate you guys. Man, we went away, but it was a lot that happened in a crazy 2 weeks. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into some stuff. You're watching Young Lion TV. Let's go, y'all.
Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, everywhere I look, they're dying. Everywhere I look, they're dying. Young lion, won't you get up and stop fighting? Everywhere I look, they're hiding. Young lion.
That's right. We are back. It's Tuesday night. You know what that is. That means we're live at True Sound Studios. This is episode 149 of the Young Lion TV podcast. We missed last week because I was away. John had that Rona. And, we just couldn't get it all going last week. But I'm back now. I got the fellas with me. Moan's here. Stan's here, rocking the Young Lion merch.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Me and Jake were trying to figure it out, though. We were going to try to rock.
I know. Just y'all two?
Yeah.
Wasn't going to work.
That would be a tall order. Like, y'all trying to handle all this production, just you two?
Yeah.
That would be a
That's
lot.
a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, John's back with us.
Yeah.
Bunch
Shout
of
out to him.
40-year-old men are sitting around talking. Plus,
Approaching 40.
well, he's a long way away.
A long way away, but it comes for us all. It comes for us all. God willing, you know what I mean?
That's
It's
right.
a blessing.
Nothing wrong.
But listen, shout out to everybody in the chat. Stephanie said she missed us last week. We missed you too. Shout out to Mom. Mom said what's up. Emma said greetings, guys, and happy new month. Yes, happy new month. We're in May officially. Tomorrow is May the 4th, so I'm ready for all the Star Wars memes all day long.
Of course. Made it for
So you know what happens tomorrow, right?
What happens tomorrow? Something's supposed to drop
in
tomorrow.
New Jersey.
What?
No more plastic bags.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
They charging more than California on them plastic bags.
Because they don't want you to use them. They want you to use
California is 10 cents each. They're 33 cents.
So they're getting rid of plastic bags, but are they getting rid of this?
No, of course not. Of course not.
With
Yeah.
the plastic Starbucks.
We're going to tell you to bring your own cup with you.
So that's why it's so important, man, to vote for who you want to vote for, even though, we could talk about going to the election, our election for governor, because that was a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But it's important to get involved, man, because you start getting these weird little
Changes and
policies
rules and
changes.
policies, yeah.
Like that, the straw thing.
Yeah.
Like this dumb
Paper
stuff.
straw.
Paper straws.
Yeah.
The worst, yeah.
That was the only super corny thing about Jamaica was like they were using paper straws. But the funny thing is like the people there, it's a different culture, so they know it's dumb. You know what I mean? So they just be like, it don't make no sense, but we got to do
Here,
it.
people
have to.
believe the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is right, though. Get involved. Pay attention. Run if you have to or want to.
Yeah.
If you have the time to. Make a difference, man.
But before we get into all of that stuff, man, let's just shout out everybody watching and also let everybody know to hit the like button, please. Hit that subscribe button. Share this video most of all because, we've been shadow banned on every platform. No one ever sees our YouTube videos. Facebook, like if we don't share it specifically, people, or if you haven't already like shared this video, you don't get it in your feed. People don't know that we're live for the most part because we're shadow banned because of the type of stuff we talk about. We get into deep topics that, is frowned upon. As you can see,
Maybe we need to move over to Twitter.
Hey, we're on Rumble right now, so shout out to Rumble. We're on there. We're finally live on there for the second time, and that's something else that happened while I was away. That
New ownership.
it's been so much stuff. Like Elon Musk buys Twitter.
Was it like $44 billion or something like that?
Yeah, and the way he maneuvered that was genius,
perfect,
yo.
yeah.
Like he totally played chess on them. And totally like put them in a position where they had to sell. You know, and then watching the outrage, I kind of didn't get into a lot of it because I was away, and I didn't want to really like be on Twitter and be like paying attention while I was on vacation. But when I came back, I just was seeing all the.
I didn't want to bother you with anything, but we ended up having to bother you with stuff.
I know, man. I know. It's all good though. It's all good.
Real quick though. I
Yes.
want to read this. Stephanie said, "Praise report. Repeat ultrasound for breast cancer. Lumps all gone." With a bunch of hearts.
Hallelujah.
Praise Jesus.
Hallelujah, man.
Praise Jesus.
Yeah, that's great news.
Powerful.
Shout out to Stephanie, one of our longtime Young Lion supporters, Patreon member, all of that. We appreciate you. And listen, God bless, man. You know, we serve an awesome God. We see you see how things are moving, like things are shifting now. It's almost like this weird cultural shift happening. Like you look at the announcement last night about this. Well, it was a leak.
It was a leak.
A leak that they got out last night.
They tried to say that it was an announcement though on like CNN.
Yeah, they tried
The
that.
way they word
breaking
stuff.
news.
It's
Yeah.
always the way they word stuff, man.
Yeah, but
Manipulation.
you know, the fact that they were even looking into overturning Roe v. Wade. So we had that happening. We had Twitter being bought. We had, you know, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard drama.
Yo.
That was a crazy story, right?
Yo,
I've been watching it.
Yeah, I haven't really
You've been
been
watching
getting into it much.
Dude.
I just
out
know
to-
one thing that happened is
I know what's going on.
You talking about the poop in the bed?
Yes.
Yeah,
What
buddy.
is wrong with you?
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out to Donnie Estrada.
What's up,
He's,
Donnie?
he's already
Donnie.
coming.
He's already coming with the
He's already coming
with
with
his
stuff.
with his.
Here we go.
But he won't come on the live.
He's already coming with his hater talking points.
said-
left
No,
wing.
no.
He said, but let me say hello first.
He said nothing wrong with getting rid of the bags. There is something wrong with it, man.
It's nonsense.
You're stepping into places the government don't need to step in. That's what's wrong with
Yeah.
it. Like we can debate about that, but when you're going into businesses and say you're not allowed to do these things, I think you're crossing the line. That's my issue.
Yeah,
Government overreach.
Yeah.
Once again.
Yep.
but that's the argument for Roe v. Wade that people say. Like that's the argument for abortion. That that's government overreach. The government should have no say in what.
Well, that's
you know.
different because that's connected to life.
Well, that's the debate. You know what I mean? That's
Well,
the debate. But that's
There is no real debate.
Well, I mean, that's
The
been
debate is
For us,
what is
it's
life.
that's been the long-standing debate though, because no one can really come up with a consensus on where does life begin. You know,
Yeah.
After how
the
many
conservative approach and the pro-life approach, which is a misnomer anyway, because it's not pro-life, it's anti-abortion. It's anti. The people that they claim are pro-life are people that are anti-killing babies. You know what I mean? Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
That's what their belief system is. That's what our belief system is. That's not. It's not about choice or not having a choice or women's bodies like that. That argument is already framed falsely. I'm saying like the debate on our end is should it be okay to kill babies, and we don't believe it is.
But
And
you're
we
starting
also-
to see that
Go ahead.
people do believe it is.
Oh
Like-
yeah,
like
I have lots of videos.
Okay. I just saw something sitting here like in California. They're asking people on the street.
Oh yeah, I have that video.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into it. We're gonna
Cali's
get into
crazy, yo.
It. Yeah.
Cali is going
that's-
insane.
But that's what happens when you get, it's like Lot in Sodom. And at first, Lot was on the outside of Sodom and
Yeah.
Gomorrah, and then he's in the inside. And
Yep.
you just start to become familiar with these things that were
Blurred lines.
not a part of your culture, not a part of your, even what you do, but then it becomes something like you accept it,
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
Slowly,
They just push that culture on you.
And not only that, they continue to move the goalposts because
Right.
the argument. Even when I could remember people arguing about it, when I paid attention, maybe 16, 17 years old, I remember the argument being, what was the slogan they had? Safe and rare or something like that. It was like that was
it was something like
that was their their slogan about why abortion should be
Yeah,
legal
'cause
because it was like legal, safe, and rare or something
Yeah.
like that. But now they're saying it's just like no. It's not
needs to
about it
be.
being rare. It's not about it being safe. It's just about this is what we want to do,
Yeah.
so we should be allowed to do
should
it.
be allowed to
you
do
know,
it.
And that's where you go. I want to kill babies. I'm gonna kill babies.
yeah,
I should be allowed to kill babies if I want to.
right.
That's a whole different talk, right?
Yeah.
And you can. The thing is, that's where they want it. Like the people who are arguing against this, really, that's where they wanted it to go anyway.
Right.
It's just you can't say that because you gotta hide it. You gotta hide your talk. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
that's what everybody. That's the intellectual warfare and the technology of witchcraft or wizardry, as Jamie always says.
Yes, sir.
Within society, it's how can I change words and get you to agree with something? It's just like Black Lives Matter. You believe Black
Yeah.
like to say do
Change
you
words
believe-
or make up new words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
this
Invent
whole
words.
thing I hear. What am I hearing? Sexual fascism.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
yeah.
that's the new thing that I hear.
Well,
really?
that's you're not making up a word. You're just putting words together
Phrase,
and
yeah.
using it in a different way.
But you always coin something.
right.
Yeah.
It's got to be a
So
way
it's
to
gotta be a
frame
way-
it so
right.
that you ideologically can't align with it, or else there's something wrong.
Right.
With you.
Yeah.
And that's
like
the games
social
they're
distancing.
Right.
Yeah. Or don't say gay. You know,
Right.
like this is the way.
They're good at that.
Yeah.
They're very
Good.
good, but that's
Yeah.
witchcraft.
Yeah.
It's manipulation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be all woo. I'm saying that witchcraft is when you try to manipulate something for your benefit, right? That's what you're doing, you know, and that's a technology. You got to get down in the tech. You got to figure these things out. You got to think on these things and how to do it. You know, that's why it's a craft, witchcraft, you know. It's a craft because you got to craft it, you know.
Mom said Margaret Sanger was just evil. Yeah, and she
Yes.
was she was openly racist.
Yeah.
She was a eugenicist, and she believed that black families didn't deserve to have babies at the rate that white families did. That was one of her main reasons for pushing Planned Parenthood in black neighborhoods. And she openly talked about getting black preachers to push it on the community. You know, a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, we've showed pictures on here with
They
her with the
don't know that.
KKK.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't
You
know
know,
The foundation is bad. So
yeah, and whose father was one of the presidents?
Bill.
Mr. William Gates, Sir William Gates.
Shout out
Yeah.
to P-Say.
What up, P?
P?
What up, George?
Stephanie said Norma, aka Jane Roe herself, said it was the biggest mistake of her life and admitted she was paid and that she was a huge anti-abortion activist up until her death. This is very true, and a lot of people don't know that either. That after all of that was passed. And I think this is why the decision that they're debating now, or that they're kicking around now in the Supreme Court, is looking at that case and the flaws in it and saying like, okay, it doesn't seem constitutionally.
initially it wasn't
Yeah.
constitutional.
Yeah. So
You're
it's
saying
like
that
we
was
need to
a-
correct that. That was a overcorrection. And people are losing their ever loving minds.
They act like it's been around forever.
Yeah.
73 was when
Dude,
it was passed.
You're watching all of these things fall into place that people are just like acting like it's the end of the world. Acting like the thing about it is like, even if they do say that it's unconstitutional, right?
Yeah.
And that all they're gonna do is kick it back to the states.
To the state.
where it
Right.
was in the beginning.
Yeah, we live in a state where they
So-
already announced that they're not gonna
Yeah.
make it illegal.
Yeah.
New York's not gonna make it illegal. LA's trying to pass a bill to make it so that you can abort a baby even after it's born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
28
Yeah.
days I think.
Yeah.
is what I seen in Cali.
Yeah,
Murder.
What they want. 28 days after a baby's born,
And
you can
people
serve.
are agreeing with it.
Yeah.
You want to just show that video?
I'll
just-
show it. Let me see.
I mean, that just brings me back to that radio interview with VA governor.
yeah,
Northam.
Yeah, that was like, it made me sick to my stomach, man.
You'll
Talking
have-
about
you have the baby.
you'll have the baby,
then
you'll
the
you know
doctor, the
we'll make it
mother will
we'll
have
make
the
it comfortable.
conversation.
yeah. It'll be resuscitated if needed.
If needed.
And then there'll be a conversation with the physician and the
How are you okay
Mother.
with that? How are you okay
It's
with
just
that?
evil, man.
It's selfish.
So this is a video on Twitter of a conservative YouTuber, and she's going around interviewing people about the infanticide bill that in California that we were just talking about, where you can kill babies up to 28 days after they're born.
Speaking of accurately describing a law,
Right.
You know how they tried to pin that "don't say gay" on the Florida bill when it didn't have anything to do with that.
Right.
This is actually
Right. It's the definition is accurate
Yeah.
because that's actually what the bill's about.
Right.
It's about infanticide.
Right.
So here we go.
So basically, like if they have their baby, they can neglect them for 7 days, and if the baby dies, then they can't be held criminally liable. What do you think?
Yeah, I think whatever like helps women and helps them achieve their like dreams and however that needs to like happen is definitely
Selfish.
acts to help that is helping all of us. So
I prefer.
That just reminds me of, remember that Golden Globe speech by the actress. What was she from?
Oh, Heath Ledger's wife, right?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I just remember her talking about, her whole speech was centered around, if I didn't have an abortion when I was
I don't
younger,
remember her
I
name.
wouldn't be here right now.
Right, that was
getting
her.
this award.
Yeah, that was her.
And it was,
She
to
was
me,
from Dawson's Creek.
To me, it was the most ridiculous association you could ever make. Like saying, because I sacrificed a child, I can stand on this fake stage and win this fake award that means really nothing and feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Because it's all something that, it's like all that stuff you just said is fake. It's a reality that's, it's true.
Right.
It's a reality, but it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
It's meaningless.
Right.
And it's all been created for us to live in to make us feel like we got meaning.
That's the Matrix, though. That's the witchcraft. Like that's when you create a realm for people to live in, where you show them that the things that actually matter don't matter, but the things that matter don't actually. You know what I mean? Like it's the inversion of it, where it's like having a baby, having a family, having, creating a legacy doesn't matter. It's about what I achieve and my level of success in the societal view. And they're always, the lefties are always like talking about societal pressures and societal norms and these things, but they're the main ones always caught up in them. Anyway, let's keep
Hypocrite.
That most women make their decisions at 8 weeks, but I'm also in support of 10 months out of the womb.
So you think babies should
10
be
months out of the
aborted
womb.
10 months after they're born?
If the mother wants
Why are you saying
to,
aborted?
yes.
I think
It's not aborted.
fuck them kids. So if like
This one was the one right
wanna
here.
get a late term abortion,
He said F them kids.
Yeah.
If the mother wants to, yes.
I think fuck them kids. So if like you want to get a late term abortion, like that's up to you. You know, I've had an abortion too, and it was my choice, and I'm happy I had that choice.
I've had an abortion myself.
Would you guys get an abortion again?
Yes,
100%.
100
yeah.
times. I'd do it multiple times.
Until I feel that I'm ready to parent, that's a choice I'll continue to make.
I mean, the one upside I will say to people with this type of ideology is that
You probably shouldn't be raising kids.
the thing is, most of them won't have kids, and then what does that do? Their ideology dies with them.
Kill off that thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just there's like a karmic thing that happens there where it's like, okay, go ahead. Like,
Yeah.
Until you get older and then realize that you want kids and then you can't have kids because of the procedures that you had before.
yep.
It's sick, man. It's like
And then now you're sad.
It's weird
and
because
depressed.
you see, like, when Jesus talked about, like, you can't serve mammon
Yeah.
and God, right? Mammon represents, like, what you think is wealth, what you think is valuable, right? What you think is important in life, right? All the things that are going to get you the things that you need, what the things you do to get you the things you need,
like the actress
or just want, desire.
Golden Globe girl.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, the issue is, like, if you're so driven for these things, you're going to be in so much bondage to that and serve that, right? And you start to see, like, you were in such bondage to this. You were in such a focus in one way that you didn't learn these other skills. You didn't learn things in life. So now you have to be ruled over.
Well, there's always a trade-off, right? It's like the Faustian deal, like that idea of the Faustian deal, where it's like, you know, you're given what your heart really desires, but it's never what you think it is. It always comes at this trade-off that you weren't actually willing to give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you see that in so many stories, and like they show that. I remember the Simpsons like Halloween special. I always think about that one where Bart Simpson gets the monkey paw and he like makes those wishes, and every time he makes a wish, like this amazing stuff happens, but it always like a tragic thing happens at the same time, and then he just wants it to be done with at the end of it all. You know?
Yeah, and we don't. When you're ignorant, like it's funny, you can be ignorant and foolish and be very smart.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can be very smart but be very ignorant. It does, like, and I think people will equate that, like, if you're intelligent, then that means you're not foolish. If you're intelligent, it means that you're not ignorant. No,
Nope.
it doesn't go together.
Makes me think
Who's
of
that?
Ketanji Brown, the new Supreme Court. What is a woman?
Who's that dude that
Can't
uses
answer
big words all the time? The black professor that he debated.
Oh, Eric Dyson.
Yeah, yo, that dude. He reminds me of the skit from like what you call it?
In Living Color.
They use big words.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that because ignorance is equivalent to a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not bad to be ignorant. It's just bad to stay ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you can't rule. And the whole point, like everything that God talks about, like especially Jesus, it's about gaining that inheritance. You're not gonna. How can He give you what you're not able to receive? Like you can't contain it.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the understanding to contain it, right? And I think that's the issue. And if you see these tricks, it's like get people to desire these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then go after these things. Why? Because then they're going to become a servant. That's the prodigal son story.
Yeah.
Right? The prodigal son, he's like, give me my inheritance, Dad. I want my inheritance. Like, and the dad gives it to him, but he's not really able to, he doesn't have the capacity, the understanding to take what is his, right? Because it's his. But you got to wait and trust your father to when he can give it to you, right? But he doesn't want to do that. So he goes and takes it himself. He ends up serving and ends up in a pig pen.
Yeah.
Right? It's like the literal understanding of what a pig is, right? And then because pigs are very intelligent animals.
But very ignorant.
But very ignorant.
And dirty.
And because they're very emotional. And they just want to do whatever they feel. Right? So then you become ruled by that. Now you got to serve because, and that's what he did. He ended up serving. So he's like, wouldn't it be better for me to just go back and serve my dad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like at least I'd have more than what I got here.
Right.
You know? And I think we look at stuff so hard, like oh, sin. Like, no, sin, the issue with the sin is that you're a slave to sin because you're serving your desires.
Right.
And then you're not able to rule. You can't do it. There's no way. Your desires make you ignorant.
Right.
So you don't have the understanding and the capacity to grasp how to rule.
So you in turn become a slave.
Right.
Instead of a ruler,
right,
which is your rightful place.
And it's like, but then if we give our life over to God, we become a slave to God, right? And then, so you can change out slave or servant, right? You become a slave or a servant to God, but you don't stay a servant. He raises you up as a son. Even as a servant, you're still a son.
Right.
He loves you and he raises you up. We cry, Abba, Father. So you're being raised up into that inheritance, right? You're not gonna, that's what Jesus is saying. He brings this like dichotomy. You're gonna serve one or the other, right? But you choose, and you see like, oh, you want to choose? Okay. Sometimes choice ain't the best thing. Sometimes you need to let people make decisions for you when you're not able to make them for yourself,
right?
And what the enemy is doing is like, okay, disrespect your parents so that you can make choices for yourself that you're not even able incapable to make for yourself, so that you can now make really bad decisions and choices that get you caught up to where you got to serve people in a greater capacity.
Yeah.
And that's what you see in this world. Like all these politicians, that's what they're doing.
You're talking. I'm just thinking of Lion King, yo.
Yeah, it's the same story.
Just thinking of Lion King.
Yeah, yeah. Let me show this other video. Same thing. This was actually another video I had before this decision came through. Again, Libs of TikTok just posting a bunch of people talking about how they feel about abortion. And this is before this happened. I have the reactions, but these videos are from before.
Aborted babies being burned and then used for electricity. I'm sure
The real answer to that question is nobody really fucking cares, actually. You could bake them, fillet them, fricassee them, barbecue, roast.
Wow.
You could broil them, pan fry them. I do not care. And let's be honest here, if we could burn those suckers for actual, like, lights and power, I feel like we're on to something. You guys are so anti-solar. Here you go. It's a resource we're going to have no matter what. But I mean, really, though, this is what you guys are pushing now? They're burning fetuses for fuel? I mean, it's better than going into a landfill, though, right?
Aborted babies being burned.
So, of course, there's a little bit of trolling there, but it's also, like, this is what people think now. Like,
sick.
When you're being told that it's not life, it's just a bundle of cells, it doesn't matter, it's meaningless, you know, who cares about these babies? F them babies. You know what I mean?
And that's basically what she's saying.
Yeah. Like, that's what it becomes.
And it's crazy because like you're not thinking anything through. Like,
Right.
for you to say that, how'd you get here? Like,
Or let's
so-
just do that to you.
Or maybe you can just, I was the lucky one that
Right.
made it through.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
But that would be murder, though.
I was here. I'm here because my
Late
mother
term.
had the right to choose.
Yeah. That blows my mind. Like, do you understand, like, the mentality that they have? If that actually catches on, that's selfishness.
Mommy on here cursing. She like, OMG, what the hell? Ooh.
But see that, and that's an extreme. So I'll say that. Like, I believe that most people don't think that way.
Yeah.
I would say in America, the majority of people don't think that way.
To that extreme.
These are the loudest people, though.
Right, but the issue is that, again, we spoke about this earlier, is that those people are the ones that will change. They'll push, right? And they'll push. They don't care about borders.
Yeah.
They don't care about boundaries, and they'll push past those boundaries. And if you're just like one of those people who just want to be left alone and want to be able to drink on the weekends and you know, have a carefree life, you ain't saying nothing.
Or
So
you say you do you and I do me, and who cares? Then the next thing you know, they're passing bills in your state where, you know, babies can be killed out even after they're born.
Yeah. Up to 10 weeks.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't. Y'all want to go into the article about what happened with Roe v Wade?
I mean, you can.
Yeah, we can
go a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of started talking about it before we were supposed to get there, but it's all good. So, you know, breaking last night, there was a leak. The Supreme Court has voted to overturn abortion rights draft opinion shows. So again, they've come out and said that this was only a draft. This isn't really a ruling. This is just something that they were kind of like, you know, drafting up and kicking around. But I guess it got to a clerk that saw this and panicked and was like, I'm leaking this out to... And the conspiracy theories are on both sides, because the left thinks that the right leaked it so that they would be backed in the corner to rule in favor of this no matter what. Because now the fact that it got leaked out ahead of time, if they don't rule in favor of this, it's going to make the Supreme Court look like they could be pressured by public, you know, outrage, which should never happen. And then the right thinks that the left leaked it so that there would be public outrage and that they will vote against it because they don't want the backlash. You know what I mean? Because the Supreme Court is supposed to be unpolitical and unbiased, but of course we know that that's not true because you see the way they fight to get these judges in. Now they want to pack the courts again, you know, because it is political. They know whoever they can get in there is going to sway. I mean, that's how we got this passed in the first place. That's how we got, you know, most of the things that legislatively, or they couldn't get through legislatively, so they just got the Supreme Court to rule on it, you know. But let's get into the article a little bit. So this is from Politico. The Supreme Court has voted to strike down the landmark Roe v. Wade decision, according to an initial draft majority opinion written by Justice Samuel Alito, circulated inside the court and obtained by Politico. The draft opinion is a full-throated, unflinching repudiation of the 1973 decision, which guaranteed federal constitutional protection of abortion rights, and subsequent 1992 decision, Planned Parenthood v. Casey, that largely mandated the right. Roe was egregiously wrong from the start, Alito writes. We hold that Roe and Casey must be overruled, he writes in the document labeled as an opinion of the court. It's time to heed the Constitution and return the issue of abortion rights back to the elected representatives. So, again, this is not something that, because the outrage and the reaction from people is like saying that this is going to outlaw abortion. You know,
it doesn't.
That doesn't do this
at all. It's not even close.
Yeah.
But they believe the hype.
But they say, because, you know, there are some states that once Roe is overturned, they already have bills that's ready to ban it, to fully ban it in those states.
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's states that are already ready to pull the trigger,
and then there's states on the other side.
Yeah,
like
right.
So
and then
but it's leaving it up to the state.
Yeah.
But people make the argument that people are gonna have unsafe abortions.
Yeah.
I mean, but like we can't base our rulings off of things like that. People are always gonna do things illegally. People are always going to do things that they shouldn't be doing. So you can't say, well, let's just legalize. It's just like legalizing hard drugs. Like there's you can't just say, oh, let's do it because people are going to do it no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's an argument to be made there, but it's like that can't be the reason. That can't be the reason.
And there's some employers, Amazon came out and said they'll pay for people to travel to go get your baby killed if you want.
But I know there's certain states that, like, I think Wyoming.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds
That's why I say it.
Yeah,
you gotta say.
That's why you gotta call it what it is, right? That's like the Louis C.K. bit, right? Remember the Louis C.K. bit?
Oh yeah,
y'all don't remember that?
The first thing he started with.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up because that is so relevant right now.
Oh man.
But there are certain states that are saying that, like, if you're in that state and you travel, you can still be prosecuted. So,
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, that won't even be a way around it for certain people, because it's like, you know, if it's illegal, if it's considered murder, it's considered murder. Like we can't differentiate. And then it doesn't even make like, how can, in states where abortion is legal, but if someone is killed with a baby in their belly, it's a double homicide. That doesn't make any sense. Either it's a life or it's not a life. You have to have like consistency there. Let me see. This might not even be on YouTube, dude, because I remember it.
Not anymore.
Let me see.
Yeah, but I mean, this is what. I don't think we can get caught up in it, though. You know, like get caught up in the debate of it is what it is, you know. And I think it's like, why the real thing is always about like why do you want to keep it legal? And most people are going to say the generic answer, you know. What's the generic answer?
Women's health.
It's for women's health.
Women's health, women's rights.
Rights.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, no, but why do you, as a woman, why would you want to do it? So, and it's like, they're going to give you the reasons why they would want to do it. Most people who are honest are not going to go to, well, if I was raped, because that's just, you know, that's so minute.
Right.
But they're going to go to why they would want to do it. And a lot of times it's very selfish.
Yeah.
You know, and
just because I want to.
And if we can get to that, you start to see like there's a deeper thing here. Like, people are more concerned with what there's themselves than anything else in this world. People have a very, they don't have love for most things outside of themselves. And that's, I think that's the bigger issue that we're dealing with is why don't we love each other? You know?
Yeah.
And it's so crazy how like, but then we act like we love people, you know, like on the other end. Why? Because it sounds good for yourself. Again, that's a different kind of love, right? I love is love. Like, see, it all sounds good for what you want to do because you're selfish.
Yeah.
And even like the whole reason, again, we serve two masters. So God teaches us how to serve him so that we can learn how to love, you know, and stop looking at ourselves, right? Because we're like, yeah, but it's not fair. You know, like think about kids. They're always, but it's not fair. Yeah, because you're looking at yourself. But if you realize that I did that for a reason, son or child or daughter, you know, there's a reason why. So don't focus on that it's not fair because you're focusing on yourself. But I see a greater picture that you can see if you deny your selfishness, yourself, and you trust me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the breakdown that we have in this country. It starts with the family, you know, and it starts with fathers. It starts with men. That's why men are being attacked so much in the country because they're the ones that hold the family together. You know, they're the head. So you're seeing it's strategic.
That's
man.
another war. Yeah, that's another battleground. The family, and you see which side is attacking the family.
Yeah, they're trying to destroy the nuclear family. You know, and they're letting us know that's what they want to do.
Yep. And then what does that do? It breaks down the foundation.
Yeah. Because if you don't have that,
can't find it, huh?
Dude.
Yo, that
Dude. Nowhere to be found.
What is the number one thing a father can do for you? He protects you.
He covers.
He covers you, right? That's the number one thing a father can do. And he covers you because he loves you. You know?
This might be it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, this is going to be some language
Thank
here,
you.
but...
So, you know, I think abortion is...
Like, literally, that was the funniest thing about it. Is like, he literally comes out on the stage and he just starts saying, so abortion. Like, if anyone who knows Louis C.K., like, he's one of those comedians where he just loves saying the craziest stuff. But anyway, listen to this.
Here's what I think. This is what I think. Here's what I think. I think you should not get an abortion unless you need one. In which case, you better get one. I mean, seriously. If you need an abortion, you better get one. Don't fuck around. And hurry. That's not getting an abortion that you need is like not taking a shit. That's how bad that is.
He's setting
It's like
this up.
not taking a shit. That's what I think. I think abortion is exactly like taking a shit. I think it is 100% the exact same thing as taking a shit.
Now he's trying to make look. See, he's trying to make the audience feel comfortable with that concept that an abortion is like taking a dump. It's it's just that simple. And then he goes, or it isn't.
It's either taking a shit or it's killing a baby. It's only one of those two things. It's no other things. So if you didn't like hearing that it's like taking a shit, you think it's killing a baby. That's the only other one you get to have. Which means you should be holding a sign in front of the place. People hate abortion protesters. They're so shrill and awful. They think babies are being murdered. What are they supposed to be like? I don't know, it's not cool. I don't want to be a dick about it, though. I don't want to ruin their day as they murder several babies all the time. I don't think it's killing a baby. I don't. I mean, it is. It's a little bit. It's a little bit killing a baby. It's a little bit. It's 100% killing a baby. It's totally killing a whole baby. But I think that women should be allowed to kill babies. That's what I think. They should be allowed to kill babies. Yeah.
And listen, they cheer.
Yeah.
They cheer.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And then he...
Do some shots and kill some babies. I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded. I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare.
That's
Legal,
the term.
safe, and rare.
Rare if it should be legal. If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering baby. So I don't know what to tell my kids. My kids are, they wanted a dog, so I got them a dog. I got them a dog this year, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the dog.
Still going?
Because we got, first,
think so.
we rescued a dog. We got we adopt, yes. You must, yes, always rescue. If you get a dog, get a rescue dog. Don't get abused and traumatized on the streets of Puerto Rico and can't talk about it to anyone now.
I don't remember if this goes back into that.
I'll walk into the kitchen and the dog's just standing there alone like this. Please be a doctor that says the dog dies now. I don't give a shit what she's experiencing. Fucking fix it.
He probably brought it back.
Yeah, he probably did.
But I'm 49 and I got 2 kids now. You know what?
I don't know.
You ever seen that PSA where they show you?
I don't remember if he brings back around. But anyway,
Yeah.
the point of the
First
joke
thing he said.
was showing people that side by side, that either it's nothing or it's everything.
Right.
There is no...
There's no gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no gray area in between there.
We make the gray.
Yes. Yes.
It is or it isn't. And that's the issue. Like, progressive Christianity is about the gray.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Our buddy Donnie is back.
Oh, did he say anything?
He did.
What did he say?
He said, so, let me ask you, what is your issue with the bag ban?
Dude, we're sitting there talking about killing babies
I know.
right now, and you care about plastic bags being banned?
Or taking a dump.
Yeah.
He said, I'm thinking it might be a little bit selfish.
What might be a little bit selfish?
Caring about the bag ban? I mean, you'd have to like understand where we're coming from, and it might be a little selfish. Like, it means
it's 100% selfish. I want to use plastic bags.
They're so convenient.
I'm not trying to bring no bags.
I don't want to carry no bag.
Who wants to carry around a bag that I got to read?
I use it multiple times.
But I will say, like, that's like you have to base that off of a premises. Like, is it all right for us to want to use bags? Like, what is there a reason why you're saying that? Like, what are the bags doing? Because I know that they're trying to say that the bags are causing issues in
the environment.
Right?
But we've been hearing that for when we were kids. Remember they banned paper bags.
Yeah, and went to plastic.
Because that was supposed to be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they always
Or
on
the
some
little
soda.
bags.
They always on some nonsense.
Soda, you know how they have like 6 soda things on the little.
Oh yeah,
plastic
the little
thing?
plastic.
Those still exist.
But and it's like, okay, so do we ban plastic bottles that we drink out of?
Hey.
Yeah,
cups.
Cup, like do we ban soda bottle? All these things. So it's like it goes a little deeper, and then on the other end, it's like, okay, where's the evidence to back up the stuff they're saying is true on the environmental side? And I know that we there's stuff that goes on in
98% of scientists agree. Okay. That's all you need
The
to
experts.
know. That's all you need
The
to
experts.
know. All scientists,
And
okay?
who said that?
Yeah.
Right? Who said that?
Scientists or dentists?
Just all scientists
Was it-
are in agreement on this, okay?
It was just Fauci.
Was it Bill Gates that said that?
Bill Gates ain't even a scientist. You know, that's another funny thing about this.
But he knows a lot of them.
Yeah, that's
So he's credible.
That's another funny thing about this Elon Musk thing, like the hypocrisy of it, because you see, I just keep seeing people on Twitter like, since when does a billionaire know anything about blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, y'all been pushing Bill Gates down our throats for decades now about vaccines and healing the world and you know, polio like, what are you talking about? But
Baruch says, what's up, Baruch?
What up, Rube?
He says, more for stores to profit off of, since now they can sell your bags.
Exactly.
Instead of giving you free
Exactly.
bags.
And they don't have to waste money buying bags because most people are going to bring their own. So that it's less money they got to put out for bags.
Yeah. And even if they buying them, you're buying them at a charge up. So
yeah, and take it from Roop, because Roop is a successful businessman. Donnie, okay. Let me show some of the reactions to this Roe v. Wade thing.
Oh, okay.
So there's a couple mashups. Of course, Libs of TikTok found all the TikTokers with their reaction. I got to show one first. Hold on. This one had me. Where is it? John is just pulling it up too fast. No, I wasn't ready.
Wasn't ready.
I think it is this one. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm
Oh,
ready.
yeah,
now.
that was the one. I saw that one. Yeesh.
Fuck. This abortion law goes beyond a woman's issue, and it goes beyond anything you can ever imagine. The societal implications of this are going to be insane. The amount of just pain and damage this is going to cause, and the full ability to tell a woman what she can and can't do with her body. And we're going back into a Handmaid's Tale society here.
All of you women.
Yo, everyone loves using that show as their reason.
Yes.
Why is it always a certain type of person that feels the need to turn on their phone and upload some crazy stuff on TikTok? It's always a certain character, right? Like they could be cast in a certain kind of movie.
Hey, Donnie says, yeah, but we all have those reusable bags by now. I don't. Because you know why? Because I wasn't letting people try to force me into it, thinking that that's more righteous.
Yeah. Target, actually, I went to Target last week, and they gave me one.
They gave you a reusable bag?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I did a lot of grocery deliveries, so I have a bunch of those.
You have a bunch of them?
Yeah, because you have to have them.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of places, they don't have, like, you go to Sam's Club.
Yeah.
You got to put it in something.
That's true.
I thought about that, though.
Sam's Club
today,
never had bags.
About Sam, because I don't have Sam's Club. I have BJ's and Costco's. Well, just got rid of Costco's. But I was thinking about that. Like, why didn't I ever think about just getting some bags and,
I never, dude. I go to Sam's Club all the time,
Yeah.
and I just load it right in my trunk.
Bam. I get their boxes. Boop, boop.
Or
Yep.
a box. Yeah.
Yep.
And they sit the boxes out there for you to take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can bring bags, though.
You can.
Yeah.
But why? I don't
Who
want
has
to.
time for that?
Who wants to do that? Stop.
Yo,
trying to
she looked crazy.
Stop trying to make us bring bags.
Is that a filter?
Nah, dude, that's just what
That's
you
not
look.
a filter.
That's the God filter. That's
Karen filter.
That's the way.
Yo.
All right, can we watch
Just
this?
her eyes. Look at her
Hold
eyes.
on, I was gonna say something though. What were we just?
Talking about Sam's Club
Oh
and
no,
bags.
we were talking about they always want to go to Handmaid.
Oh,
Tale.
Oh yeah.
Like that's where like we're gonna be set back to the 1700s. Like this is what everyone keeps saying. Like stop it.
Yeah. The extreme.
It's
It
not.
makes no
It's
sense.
Have to say the extreme.
Donnie
That's not
says, yeah, but my point is we can live without it. Yeah, we can, but I don't want to.
Right.
It's America.
Exactly.
I want my plastic bag.
I don't. It's not. It's like I don't want to live without it because I'm not killing nobody. I'm not, and people can go down a rabbit hole of why. You know what I mean? Like, well, in Brazil, the rainforest. You know, you could go down rabbit holes, but it's like you got to give me proof and you got to give me evidence. And the issue is, my biggest issue is that the government comes in and starts bringing in regulations or laws against things, and they start micromanaging businesses, and people, and it's not. I think that's too much government in your business.
But they don't regulate the things that need to be regulated, like these huge corporations, you know, funneling money in different situations and them profiting off of people's life insurance policies and things like that. Like they, you know, all that stuff they don't care about. But plastic bags, let's worry about that. Paper straws, you know, in a plastic cup.
Yeah,
it all makes sense.
Vaccine,
and it's something that's small and it's menial compared to other things. Like we worrying about bags.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
wearing bags
the
now?
thing is, like, it's annoying. So that's the only reason why we're saying something about it. But do I really care? No.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
I'm gonna and I'm being a little, you know, facetious. I can't. Yeah, that. I'm being that.
Facetious. You're being a little fascistic.
But
fascist.
Why? I'm being a little fascist.
Yeah.
because it's like there's bigger things. Like are we being selfish about that? Okay, but we're not being selfish about abortion.
Right.
Like that's a little more important than killing babies.
Right.
Right? There's bigger things in this country and even in the state of New Jersey or whatever state you live in that we're dealing with.
How about the property taxes? How about the car insurance? How about the gas prices? How about like the stuff they're doing with the kids in schools? Like,
How about inflation?
That's why it's like
and
when
we
you see them
about bags.
when you see them
talking about straws,
setting hard deadlines.
We talking about bags. We talking about bags right now.
Right.
I feel like Iverson talking about practice.
Talking about bags.
Right.
Yeah. What we talking about?
But practice matters.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into
yikes,
Karen over here.
Who sat home? All you young girls,
Look at her eyebrows.
adults over
Oh, that is
18
a
years
filter,
old
dude.
who did not
The
go out
filter
and
going
vote,
crazy.
who did not think that you need to protect your womb.
You know what's funny? What the heck is she talking about? Like the Supreme Court is not voted in. She's like, you didn't go out and vote. No one votes for the Supreme Court.
Yeah, but the people who you vote in bring in the Supreme Court. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I guess.
I'm just
But-
playing devils.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess.
This is under Biden's.
Joseph is
This is
good.
under Biden's watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're now back in the dark ages.
There we go.
Brace yourselves, ladies. I'm with you. My
What's
heart
gonna
is
happen?
just-
You have to be responsible about sex now.
I was gonna say.
You gotta wear a
what?
Just
condom.
makes you think about
Sorry,
it.
You gotta take
ladies.
birth control.
You can't just be out
can't
here
just
horning
turn
it
up.
up willy
Yeah,
nilly. Like, sorry, you gotta.
Willy-nilly.
You gotta.
Oh, I'm pregnant. Let me
Right.
go kill it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you don't have but they still have Plan B, right?
Yeah.
They still have Plan B.
And you can still go kill your baby. A state over.
Right.
Oh, real quick, Lena, this is the first comment we've seen of yours. If you were commenting before, so no, we haven't seen any other comments.
Oh, she was on there. What's up, Lena?
But hey,
Hey, Lena.
Yo, I love it though. Like they really act like women are about. This is the same thing that happened when Trump got elected and everybody was all acting like they were going to round people up and put them in concentration
Temper
camps.
tantrum.
Like
man.
just that meme of the chick at the what's the thing they do in DC where they had all the protesters when the president gets inaugurated.
Inauguration?
Yeah.
Is it at the inauguration?
Yeah.
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 when he does the speech, yeah. But the meme of the girl with the pink hat where she's screaming into the sky, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. That was the funniest thing to me about it. Was like, yo, what do y'all really think is gonna happen?
Your life didn't change that much.
Just because Joe told y'all he's gonna put y'all back in chains.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he said about Mitt Romney.
Is that what?
Yeah,
I
he
know
said
it was a while
about
ago.
that was about Mitt Romney. But
Gonna put
but
y'all
think
back
about
in
it though,
chains.
like more stuff has happened to change our lives, impact our lives negatively during this administration.
Right.
If anything, except for COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We blame COVID on Trump.
I blame lockdowns and vaccines on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broken. I don't understand why this country hates women so much. I just don't understand it.
Time out. This country hates women?
Yeah, bro.
This country.
Brother.
Not the country where, you know, they can be stoned still.
Listen,
Or they can't vote.
Listen, women don't want to vote. Okay? They don't want to. They don't want to.
Go live somewhere else.
Women want to dress like ninjas, and
see,
they want.
go
They don't
live
want to be allowed to drive.
Again,
This country hates
that's
them
just a
because we make women drive.
Again,
dude, that's a prime example of the grass is always greener on the other side. Like you don't know what you have. You know what I mean?
It's
Like
entitlement. It's entitlement.
really
it's a prime
entitled.
example of you're not thinking things through.
Yeah.
When you say them.
Yep.
And
Emotions.
You're just letting anything come out of your mouth.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
And that's why these issues come up, because maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you need to sit home. Like, I know.
Sounded real sexist.
No. I'm not even. I wasn't done saying what I was saying.
What did he say? I'm sorry, I was reading comments. What did he
I
say?
said maybe you need to sit home. I wasn't done, but then I stopped it.
Maybe you should put it on the apron.
But no, what I was gonna say is, I'm backing up. What I was gonna say is, like, I had an abortion,
Right.
with my wife,
Right.
before we were, early in our relationship,
And you know it was for selfish reasons.
and
right?
it was definitely for selfish reasons.
Just like you don't want to use plastic bags for selfish.
Because you selfish, bro.
Come on, man. So, but my thing is, and me and my wife talked about this, like, if there was a law against it, we just wouldn't have did it.
Right.
And we would have had another baby that we would have had to figure it out because we made bad choices
Right.
in our lives.
And you would have had
we would
to
have had
handle
deal with
the
it.
consequences of your actions.
And it would have happened because we would have had family around us to help us out even in that.
And I had one too with my high school girlfriend.
Oh, I ran into her on Saturday.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we were young. 17.
Yeah.
And you'd have a grown ass
Yeah.
you'd have a grown ass kid right now.
Yeah, but listen though, like they didn't need a parent or anybody older.
It's crazy.
Like, I don't agree with that.
That's crazy.
I don't agree with that. You know.
Yeah.
And why do you think they make it that accessible, that easy?
Because
they want you to kill
they
your
want
baby.
you to
Right.
Keep that
But-
spiritual thing going.
Well, yeah, that and.
I think I
as-
was 16 actually.
But as kids, like, you don't have the right comprehension of even what you're doing. Everything around you is causing you to want these things that you don't even know how to be responsible to have.
Right.
Right. And then you go and you do these things and you're not weighing or thinking these things out.
No,
right?
you're being told what's important. You're being told that throughout your whole childhood.
Right.
So when it comes to a life,
Well, in the world.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when you come to a decision like that, that's the easy choice, especially if that option is available to you. It's
Yeah.
like, who wouldn't take that? Because you're thinking of the way you've been programmed your whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
And you never,
and it's being minimized to you your whole life, where
Right.
this isn't a big deal.
Right. You never grow up. And I know, dude, I brought, like, a lot of that stuff that I dealt with at that age, I brought into my marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
it never goes away until you have to confront these things. That's responsibility. Like
Right.
you gotta be responsible and face things. You can't just hide things, put it under the rug, act like it's not there.
Donnie keeps saying interesting, very interesting. Oh, this is an interesting plot twist. I don't know what he's talking about.
And I think like if we have more of an accountability with one another in these things, like then it would be a little easier to see it.
Yeah.
But because there's no accountability in everybody, and the accountability is like, oh, you do that? Oh, you did, like that was our accountability. Our accountability was, oh, you did that? Yeah, man, I did it too. You know, like that's not real accountability, obviously.
Right.
But if we hold each other accountable and you build that kind of community, now things shift and you make people responsible. And we grew up like in high school, and you know, the music we listened to, all these things, they led to the choices we made. You know what I mean? And and more than anything, it led us to be irresponsible. But it's like the prodigal son, irresponsible, but wanting everything that you have to be responsible to have.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like you can't have it because you can't handle it.
Yeah.
You know?
Lena said, listen, I feel like it's so much bigger. It's human sacrificing. It's evil. I mean, we've talked about that on here, about the concept of, you know, people used to sacrifice their children to Moloch back in the day. But, and I think like, I think that's a part of it. I don't think that's like,
it's not going to register to most people though.
Not only that, I don't think that the people that are pushing this are like, yes, human sacrifice. You know, I think that the whatever they're influenced under, whatever is motivating them, that is the goal of the spiritual aspect of things.
Yeah.
But their motivation is other devious things, where whether it's population control, whether it's just greed, because the amount of money Planned Parenthood makes, you know, they get paid by the government. John, can you send our rendezvous link, by the way? Because Lena says she might have to jump on this one. Anybody else who wants to jump on? Donnie, who wants to either just say hi or get in on the conversation. John's challenging you. He said you'll never get on.
He's always too busy doing homework, I think.
He ain't busy. That's an excuse. Yeah, there's a lot of comments. Donnie said, right, use protection. I mean, that's true, but also we need to be telling people to be... that's another thing.
That's not for... I mean...
Get married.
You can't make people do stuff like... If they're not your kids, like, it's not my place.
Yeah.
I can give people advice and, like, listen, this is the things that are going to happen. Like, I can give people advice, but in terms of, like, my kids, my family, no. These are why you don't do this. This is the reasons why. And this is why things work this way. You know?
Just posted the rendezvous link for anybody that wants to click on that and get in on the conversation. But yeah, I think we need to be more focused on teaching people, like you said, why it's important to not be just flippant with your sexuality, not just be out here, you know, this sex culture, this dating culture, like why it's destructive. You know what I mean? And you know why God has set it up the way it is, where it's like, you know, you're supposed to be married, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not just because sounds old and you know,
outdated.
Yeah, outdated, not in touch with the times or whatever. It's about because it leads to a lot of issues. It leads to culturally, you know, societally, it leads to a lot of issues. Look at all these issues. They were talking about single parent homes and like the amount of crime that exists in single parent homes and you know, suicide, fatherless homes.
Direct correlation between
suicide, people in jail, crime, mental illness, like all these things. And I think it's because, especially like feminism plays a huge part in this, because this idea where like women should just be able to, you know, be free sexually, you know what I mean? And of course, you know, men had their role to play in that too, because men weren't doing their job of being stand-up
Can
leaders.
men ever do their job? No. Outside of God, it's not going to make sense.
Right.
And that's the issue. Like, so like it's on all of us as a society. Like, you can't expect people in the world to get these things. I don't think, but you can lead by example. And that leading by example is humbling ourselves. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't tell somebody who don't really have a relationship with God, like, what they need to be doing, because they don't care.
I mean, you can. Sometimes people care.
No.
Just because they may not have a relationship with God, it doesn't mean that you can't.
There's a lot of good.
Yes, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I can't tell them, like, you need to do this. I'm trying to say I can't force these things, like, this is what you need to do, and this is how you need to do it. What I'm saying is that I can try to relate it to them in a way where they can understand it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course you tell people these things, and because you care about people, you know. But even more than that, you love them, even in their mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Donnie said it would be interesting. I don't know the numbers, but I would love to know the ages of those that currently getting abortions. I think the numbers are out there. I'm pretty sure like the majority are young, like between 18 and 20 something women. And the majority and disproportionately is black women, which is, you know, another crazy thing. Like, black women have abortions higher than any other demographic in the world, which is sad.
Yeah,
and I think that's by design as well.
Yeah, it is.
Because we talked about that on here before. Like, the black population is the only population that has not grown in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, the percentage of people. Black people have been around like 12, 13% forever because they're the highest aborted, you know.
Right.
If it wasn't for...
And they're not coming over the border.
Right.
That's true. That's true. That is also true.
I don't know. Spanish women be popping them out.
They do.
Man.
They do. They
but
do.
They're
There's
coming,
a joke.
But they're coming over the border and popping them out.
Yep. So it's a double whammy going on.
Did y'all just hear like the amount of people like that have been coming over the border?
Yeah.
It's like the craziest.
And there's another huge caravan supposed to be
coming
on its
over
way.
or being shipped over here.
Right.
Hey,
I mean,
listen,
it don't matter at this point.
Yeah,
right?
They getting here somehow.
Because we used to have a joke back in the day, you know, in high school. You just touch a Puerto Rican girl and she get pregnant.
That's what my dad used to say about my mom. That's what my dad used to say about my mom. Oh man. All right, let's get into more of these reactions. This was in New York, happening now. Foley Square, New York, NYC. People are really angry. And
What is that lady
that it would
doing?
be-
Operation Save Abortion.
Yeah, they're screaming to. They want the
So
ability
that's
to
all
kill
the
babies.
Supreme Court people.
Yeah.
Supreme Court.
If they actually do this,
judges.
yeah, that would be the time where rioting would be okay. I got the pitchforks, you get the gas and the torches. Let's fucking do that shit.
Rioting was okay.
No.
For Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, what is he talking
There's
about?
only-
That's the thing.
Let's fucking do that shit. Because, you're not forcing...
Forcing what?
What?
Forcing what? Forcing you to go through with your responsibility of like what you chose to do.
Right.
No one's forcing you to have a baby. Like, that's the thing that
He can't even take care of his teeth. So.
That's why he don't want to take care of a baby. Hello. Yeah, I don't think he.
I got one question for you.
I got a question for that.
Where the fuck your teeth at?
I think he doesn't really need to worry about having too many abortions. This is like, people do this stuff because they want a virtue signal.
Yeah.
On social media.
He's trying to go viral.
But the thing is, like, yo, you're talking about forcing, like, it's just such a backward concept to me. Like, you're forcing us to have babies. No. No one forced you to get pregnant.
Right. Nobody forced you to lay with that person you lay with.
Like,
who decided that?
You decided
did.
that.
Yeah.
If you walk across the street and there's a car coming,
right?
I mean, I don't want to. It's
Right.
basic,
Yeah.
like stuff. There's effect. We
Yeah.
learned this in
maybe
in third grade.
Cause and effect.
Yeah.
Cause and effect.
We learned this in third grade.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
some
forcing me to
stuff
die.
happens.
You're forcing me to be getting into an accident.
It's everybody's fault but your own.
Yeah. That's the problem when you don't
What
take...
Michael say, man?
What? Man
You
in the
got
mirror?
Man in the mirror, baby.
Yeah. Make that change.
No.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what this guy has to say. I can't wait.
There's only one solution to this. To
Shave your mustache.
all of this.
Take off your earrings.
Because it's all interconnected. Starts with V, ends with E, and it's not vote.
Hey, TikTok.
Hold
Do you ever wake up?
I'm lost.
What was that? What was he talking about?
Ends with E, and it's not vote.
Hey, TikTok.
Let's go back.
Ends with E,
Oh.
because it's all interconnected. Starts with V, ends with E, and it's not vote.
Anybody can solve this riddle? we got the Riddler over here. This dude just got done watching Batman.
What did his caption say?
They didn't have it because this is a compilation, so it didn't have his caption.
Goodness.
What's it say?
It starts with V.
Starts with V.
Ends with an E.
Ends with E.
And it's not vote. John?
Violence, man.
Violence?
He's right.
Violence.
That's it.
Yeah.
John said Vogue.
I mean, based on his earrings and his stash.
I'm just
I can see
saying.
Vogue.
He seems more of a Vogue guy than a violence guy.
Yeah.
I can't see him engaging in much violence.
And it's not vote.
I think you cracked it.
TikTok.
I think you cracked
did.
it.
Do you ever wake up in the morning and think you just want to
No, he said it's not vote.
It's not vote. Yeah.
burn it all to the ground? And what I mean by burning it all to the ground is those old white men and the women who support them who want to tell me what to do with my body.
I got news for you.
That's the default always.
Yeah,
My body.
What to tell me what to do with my body?
Well, I'm saying the old white men. Like,
Yeah. Old white man, tell me what to do with my body.
It's not your body, lady.
Yeah.
You got 10 fingers?
That's the other thing that I love when they bring up that, like, because I've seen people tweeting this, like, if you don't have a uterus, you don't have a say. But I thought men could get pregnant.
Come on, man.
Come on.
But
Stop talking sense.
But I thought there's a female penis.
Jamie.
Come on now.
Your reason makes no sense. Okay?
But
stop acting like
But wait a
Words are
minute.
hurtful, sir.
stop acting like you're allowed to make sense here.
But women are women. Trans women are women.
I mean, you can't have it both ways. can't have it.
Again, are we thinking these things through? No.
We're thinking them through.
Yeah.
That's the mistake.
Yeah.
That's the mistake. We're thinking them through. We're thinking them through. First of all, this lady, again, I don't see you having an issue
Hey,
with someone
she's
telling
beautiful.
you what to
She's beautiful to somebody.
I'm saying she's past I think she's past the threshold a little bit. Maybe
Right.
I could be wrong. She
look
might
like
have just had a rough
she look
life.
like she 50.
She might have had a rough life. She don't.
All right, let's move on. 'Cause y'all getting into this. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
All right, Jamie, can you go past it, please?
I want to see what she's doing.
She was stabbing.
Stabbing something?
She had a knife in her hand and she was stabbing.
She cut her tongue?
She just put it against her tongue.
But what was that? The point of that? Like,
The caption said, "Me going to the court to just talk."
Oh,
and then she was stabbing people.
Right.
Oh.
She's gonna kill
You
people.
You ain't doing that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even cut your tongue. So
Yeah.
you ain't killing
committed.
nobody.
You ain't committed to violence.
Go ahead and slice your
Roe
tongue off.
versus Wade gets overturned, there will be mayhem in these streets.
You think the global protests around George Floyd were big? You just fucking wait when you launch an attack on 50% of the American population.
Secondly, if you supported the use of violence to defend a...
What? What? Hold on, dude.
You supported the use of violence to defend abortion clinics when the state recognized abortion rights and the cops were doing it. You should...
First of all, dude, don't do a video in your Star Wars pajamas, bro.
Why are you in your pajamas?
Like he just
man?
got out. He got the bed hair and everything. He just got out of bed and said, "You know what? I got to make a video
That's his
about
style,
this.
man.
They need me out here on these streets to make a video."
have zero problems with people outside the law now doing the exact same thing.
Oh, man. Bro.
I don't know, bro.
Lives up TikTok. Strikes again.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's why they got doxxed.
Donnie said I rebuked that last
video. Yeah.
In Jesus'
crazy,
name.
Man.
Well, guess what?
Crazy.
We got mashup number 2 from Lives of TikTok.
We got more
let's do it.
If Roe versus Wade,
We already saw that.
For everyone out there with uterus, get on Amazon, buy Plan B generic. It's about $10. Stock up for any of your friends, family, any person with uterus that may need it in the near future.
Anti-abortion, anti-trans, and anti-LGBT laws are inseparable from one another, and all represent an attack designed to enforce...
Yo, I can't, I just can't with these people, bro.
Our genders and sexualities to the
How is that linked together?
Her teeth are linked together.
I mean, if you think about it, they kind of are linked together. None of them make sense.
Yeah, right. They just all don't make sense.
The role of reproduction, and to use that to control our bodies.
You know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. If Roe v. Wade gets overturned, I am fucking getting a vasectomy. Yeah, that's right.
What?
Okay.
What?
Right.
Again,
Good.
you're just removing yourself from the gene pool, bro. Like, fine.
I'll fucking
No one's gonna argue with
or
you.
just get a vasectomy.
To the white women that keep saying
That's
that
like,
it's gonna be
hold
okay.
on. Let's go back to that. Because it's like a kid coming up to you.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Yeah.
You guys
we hear you.
I hit my own value. Sorry. I'm like, what just happened?
You need to put that somewhere else.
Yo, I
'cause you
do.
keep hitting
I
it.
keep hitting
He
it.
keeps on doing it.
Anyway, it's like a kid coming up to you, like, go to your room, right? And they're coming out. I'm just gonna go to my room.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking to. Okay, go to your room.
Right.
Like,
Because we wanted
That's
to
what
go
I
to
just
your
told you to
room.
do.
Right.
only spoiled brat is gonna.
Yeah.
And that's that's what
Yeah,
they all
that's
are.
what they are.
Yeah.
Spoiled little brats throwing temper tantrums.
Yep. First of all, like we said, like I don't even think they know what Roe v. Wade is, and I don't think
I
they
swear.
understand what it being overturned does.
Yeah.
They just know they're just being told it's like Orange Man bad.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I just know that this is bad and I'm
But
gonna
see,
scream
that's-
about it.
Yeah,
But
that's
see,
the problem, man.
there you go. You just said it. People are emotional, and they don't like. That's the epitome of you don't know how to be responsible over your own self. Before you get all bent out of shape, understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Right? Before you get all crazy, look at it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you can react. But people just react.
I bet you if like we did a video like this out on the street and got people's reactions first, like, well, how do you feel about Roe v. Wade might be overturned, and you get them to lash out. I can't believe this rib is white. You're like, do you know what the case was, or do you know anything about like explain what would happen? I think none of them would be able to articulate.
It just means women can't kill.
No.
It just means
you shouldn't have anything to say because you don't have a uterus.
Most people,
my body, my
if you
choice.
go out on the street, most people don't know where Egypt is.
That's true.
Most people don't know where DC is.
Really?
Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Dang.
You ever see those college? They go on a college campus.
yeah.
They don't know
those
nothing.
Yeah. Those are
That's a
so
shame,
bad.
man.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't know where like
If you live like
middle states are.
Yeah, if you live like if you live in California, you probably don't know where DC is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people don't care. If it doesn't involve them, they don't care.
Right.
People don't know the branches of the government.
They don't. They really don't.
If you ask, well, how's it work?
Yeah.
I don't know. I vote.
Right. Right.
That's sad, man.
I'm telling you, like, people don't know. So that's why they overreact, because they just heard something. And
Yeah. Because CNN told them to be scared.
Right.
Be afraid.
Right.
Not well. Let me
Or
change
TikTok.
that. Yeah, there you go. Because ain't nobody.
Yeah.
We know from what just happened with
Right.
CNN. Ain't nobody watching CNN.
Nana's dead. You know,
Well,
he's
no,
here.
but that
yes.
age group. That's their go-to.
I'll be getting on him though. Like he was watching CNN when I was over there on Sunday
Yeah.
after Noah's game. I was like, you're watching CNN even though they lied to you.
Now, what you need to say is like, yo, I like watching reality TV too. Like, man, I like how you like watching this make-believe stuff, man.
The stories. They used to call them the stories.
That's the funny thing. Did any of y'all watch? I actually thought Trevor Noah did a good job at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
I saw a little bit. I saw a little bit of it, but it didn't seem like a joke.
I watched his whole thing, and he actually like did better than I expected.
Yeah,
you know, he made fun of course, he made fun of Fox News more than anything, but he made fun of CNN. He made fun of CNN Plus. Like he made fun of Jeff Zucker. He made fun of Biden. He made fun of Trump. He made fun of he did hit everybody, which I was surprised. And some of the jokes
actually funny.
Some of the jokes were funny, and like the reaction from the crowd, you know what I mean?
Was, like, unsure.
He made fun of the New York Times. He made fun of like just.
So old Trevor.
He made fun of people for being in the building. He was like, "Don't you guys even read your own papers? Like you're Fauci."
Yeah, he said that.
He was like, "Fauci's not even here." He was like, "But Pete Davidson's here. Let's follow his advice."
Yeah, he said for a couple of years you guys were telling us not to get in the big crowds. Now,
yeah. He's like, somebody buys you a fancy dinner,
a free dinner.
Yeah.
Real quick, Stephanie said. Can you go back to my last question? I'm thinking your last question is, you said, but some woman would. How do you guys feel about that? I don't know what you're saying about what women would. So let us know and we'll answer your question.
Some women would have an abortion?
Some women would. How do you guys feel about that?
Can't stop telling me.
All right. While she's getting that, I'm going to keep playing this video.
Handmaid's Tale, when Roe v. Wade is...
Roe v. Wade.
Oh.
Please
Roe v. Wade.
Oh.
Making a mistake
Roe
the
v.
whole
Wade.
time. We didn't even know.
It's about the Ovies. The Ovies. The Roe v. Wade. She thinks it's a basketball player.
Please.
The ovaries. It's about the ovaries. They're coming for the ovaries.
Shut up.
Oh.
Because people of color have been experiencing Handmaid's Tale since we became this fucking country.
There you go,
She threw out the people of color and the Handmaid's Tale. She's going to hit all the checkpoints.
Here we go.
What is a way to keep the population going?
What you say?
I don't think they actually seen that show, because if you watch that show, there's not no Handmaid's Tale.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. It's just that's this.
point,
you know
man.
why they say that? Because there was one stunt where there was something about abortion, and a bunch of people dressed up like the Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they did this like whole scene, trying to get attention, and the news covered it, of course. So I think that's why it's in the ethos of people's minds. So they just use it all the time now.
So that they can have workers and keep making the rich rich.
This is the direct fault of about 43%. 43 or 53? Something along those lines. I forget the exact number.
Maybe do the research before you make the video then.
Of white women. Because that number of women voted for Donald Trump.
Now it's Trump's fault.
Listen to Black, brown, and indigenous women. take your ego out of the equation. Fucking listen to him.
Listen to
What does race have to do with?
Because they want to kill their babies the most, sir. Don't you get it? Let them do it.
Which is not true.
She looks
crazy.
Well, that's the end of that video. Oh, but I did want to show y'all this. Let me see if I can find it. John got my screen. Oh yeah, this was it right here. So you remember someone talked about the Plan B, stock up on Plan B.
Yes.
So this was going viral on Twitter because Motherboard tweeted out about misoprostol. It's a relatively easy to acquire from veterinary sources. Since in addition to medically inducing abortions, it's also used to treat ulcers in horses, bro. Bro.
Horse the
So
worm.
everyone was tweeting this like, wait, so now we're allowed to take horse medicine?
I was just thinking that when you were saying that, I'm like,
Yeah, every time they wanted to bring up our old friend Ivan Melvin.
I like that. Ivan Melvin.
Ivan Melvin.
Man.
Yo, this was hilarious. I saw this. I'm like, yo, like it's just
yep.
Yo, you can't. It
beat you in the head.
It just makes you so just
use a condom.
But that's how you know, man. It's
Birth
just
control.
about like it's hypocrisy, and that's why you're blind, because you only see what you want to see.
Yeah.
To benefit you. It's selfishness. Really, that's when we talking about selfishness, Donnie. That's the real selfishness. Like people only want to do things to benefit them.
Yeah, and it's funny because this same outlet, of course, back when the whole Joe Rogan thing, they were going in on ivermectin.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
saying it's a horse medicine.
But now they're suggesting
But now
actual veterinary medicine.
Yeah, that's only used for that.
That's used for horse ulcers, but it can induce abortions. And then like people started tweeting, listen to side effects. And it's like, yo, you're not supposed to take this stuff, bro.
What else? Go ahead and drink some bleach, man.
Is that responsible?
It's better than me having to carry a baby I don't want to, okay?
I'm saying, is that responsible for them to be doing that? But they won't get it back.
No, they won't get banned from Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, now even more, they won't get banned. But I'm saying, like, before they would have got. If it was the other way around, that's a ban.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I mean, but that's how Elon Musk came into the picture, because Babylon Bee got banned for a satire tweet.
Right.
You know, and it just so remember we showed the video of him talking to them when they asked him if he would accept
Elon and Babylon
when
Bee.
because for some reason he took a liking to their page, and then he met with them, went on their show, and then they asked him to accept Jesus, you know, and then it was so strange. I know, it was so strange, but look what that led to, though. Look what that led to. His relationship with them, and then finding out that they got banned for no reason. And then he literally called the CEO and was like, did they really ban you for no reason? He was like, yep. He was like, I might have to buy Twitter. and then
he bought Twitter. A week later, he bought Twitter. It's finalized.
Yep. Let me show y'all this. So this was the reaction. This did you see this?
I did.
Yo, this, when you talk about, Jake, the hypocrisy, and when you talk about just like straight up delusion where you don't realize the irony of what you're saying. This is what's this dude's name? I forget. Somebody on MSNBC.
You should
That's
do
all you
the
need to know.
research before.
Hey, I don't care about what his name is. All I know is he's on MSNBC telling us why it's horrible that Elon Musk bought Twitter. So let's listen to what he has to say.
You own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates.
He's got to know.
All of its nominees. Or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else. And the rest of us might not even find out about it till after the election.
He's saying what
Elon Musk says this is all to help people because he
That's
is
what they
just
do.
a free speech.
Bro, he's literally showing what they did the last 2 years.
The last 2 elections.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the irony is that he's saying it like people don't know. Well, to be fair, no one watching his channel knows about this.
Yeah, if they're only watching his channel.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Right.
If they're watching this,
And
they're
CNN.
only
That's
watching
it.
this.
Yeah, reaffirmed by CNN.
But yeah.
Twitter or Facebook or what
Let's
have
watch
you.
this again.
You don't have to explain yourself. You don't even have to be transparent. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates, all of its nominees, or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else, and the rest of us might not even find out about it till after the election. Elon Musk says this is all to help people because he is just a free speech, philosophically clear, open-minded helper.
Now, did y'all see? I should have pulled this up right after. I saw an article today about how they did a study into an independent researcher did a study into Google's algorithm for Gmail and how they were censoring emails from the Republican Party as opposed to the Democratic Party. And the
They
study
were sending emails,
like
emails,
like like the party will send out emails to people that are registered or whatever. So the fundraising emails, they showed that like I think it was like something like 80% of the Republican emails were going to people's spam folders, and like for the Democrats it was like 10%. You know what I mean? But this study like showed all of that. And it was just another, and this goes all the way back to like 2016. And it's just another example of how they're trying to influence, like literally what he's talking about. You know, this is what, it's not just Twitter.
Yeah.
It's Google.
Censorship has been.
Yeah. It's been a huge
Facebook.
issue. Facebook. I mean, we saw this when we, years ago when we were showing how if you type into Google certain terms, they would censor certain things. Like if you typed in something about Hillary Clinton emails, you couldn't get it.
Find it until you had to go on another page. To pull it up.
Yeah. I was watching.
Couldn't use Google.
I watched Jimmy Dore. I like to watch people on different sides.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how Elon was working on something about how you show a page, I guess it's like, your outreach or whatever like that. You can see what your content is being reached to.
Right.
Pretty much being transparent. What Twitter and YouTube, haven't been.
Yeah.
And that's what he's working on.
Yeah, he tweeted out something today about like maybe we should have government pages and like journalists and people that use it for profit. Maybe we should make them pay for Twitter.
For it,
and then like the casual user, it'll be free for the casual user, but they should have to pay.
Yeah, I did see that.
Like yo,
he's trying to jabs and
he already firing that Indian dude who was talking all crazy.
Oh, from the board?
Yeah, the CEO.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
The hypocrisy, man. It's crazy.
All right, so we about to make Donnie real mad real quick.
Donnie not even on here.
Well, if he is on, if he watches it later, because I got to show this clip. Nobody checked in on the rendezvous, John? All
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody.
I thought you was going to jump on there, Lena. Did Stephanie ever respond?
She just said, okay, I just repeated, is this taboo? But I don't see, I'm not understanding.
Yeah, me neither.
Write your question, Stephanie.
Just rewrite the whole question.
Rewrite your whole question.
Yeah,
and we'll go back to it.
And we will respond to it. They've been doing that for years. Look up the pre-Marin.
Yeah, she's talking to
Charlene. But Lena, I needed you guys to pin the comment for the rendezvous link. All right, I'm gonna post it again, and I will pin it this time.
So, what were you about to show, Jamie?
I was about to show a clip of
What's new with Uncle Joe?
Uncle Joe doing Uncle Joe things. This is one of the most struggle sessions I've seen from him.
I've seen this, but go ahead.
I'm sure we all have seen it.
We're going to seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy. Kleptocracy. And the guys who are the kleptocracy. But these are bad guys.
Laughing at himself.
This legislative package strengthens our law enforcement capabilities.
That's why the Kyle Dunnigan impersonation of him is so good. Because you see how he came out. I mean, they're bad guys. These are bad guys. Like, that's exactly what Kyle would have done. The clip. Then he just closes his eyes. And
yeah.
He's like, these are the kleptocracy guys.
Well, they're in the seize their yachts, their luxury homes, and other ill-begotten gains of Putin's kleptocracy. Kleptocracy.
Spit it out, bro.
The guys who are the kleptocracy.
Can I just say, he's talking about seizing people's stuff. Ill-begotten. Yeah. How do we know that?
Not only hello, Hunter Biden. Like,
you do have a son.
Isn't there some seizing needing to be done in that
right
direction?
In your own family, bro.
In that direction,
your own family. You're the big guy.
The big guy. Let's see what this one is. I don't even remember what this is.
When someone who is, we were talking about on the way over, what got me involved in politics. I got involved in politics because I think the greatest sin that anyone can commit is the abuse of power. Whatever that power is, the power of a teacher, the power of a doctor, the power of a leader. When someone who is relying on you,
just going down the gamut of everybody. He's telling on himself and everybody. Wow.
Yep. Oh,
buddy. If you think about it, what was the reason why we led the world beginning around 1905, 6, and 7, and 8? Parenthetically, if you think about it, what was the reason why we led the world beginning around 1905, 6, and 7, and 8? Parenthetically, if you think about it.
I think you guys border on the line of mean. That too, because sometimes it's like, all right, dude, he's old.
I feel bad for him.
Dude,
yeah, I can't even laugh.
Dude, the only reason why I'm laughing is because people will sit here and act like this is not happening.
This is not right, man.
Yes.
They shouldn't be
They
out
don't
here
say,
letting
like, the
him
media
do that.
don't say the same thing they did with Trump.
They shouldn't be out here letting him do that.
Yo, they made Trump.
Right,
they made Trump take a cognitive test,
Yeah.
bro.
And
Don Lemon failed
aced it.
live on air.
Don Lemon didn't even know what a giraffe was.
No, it was a rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't remember that?
Pull that up. Pull it up.
No, don't pull that out.
Why not?
He played it
Let's
on
move
here.
on.
It's funny.
Pull it,
Let's
yo, it's
move on.
hilarious.
Let's move on, please.
Oh my god.
Chris Cuomo called him out. Yeah.
Lena joined, but I don't.
It's just not right.
I don't see her.
We got to do something better. This rendezvous sucks. Everybody has issues.
Oh, you tell them how to do it? Is it the browser she's using?
You said she joined, and then what happened?
I see that she's in here, but I don't see her face. I don't hear her.
Oh, you don't see her.
I don't see or hear her, but I can see that she's in it.
She said it's saying no audio device.
Do you have to use Chrome? What browser are you using?
Yeah, are you using Chrome? Make sure you're in Chrome. Oh, did you guys hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's play the thing Jake gave me first, because that's gonna tie into it. So Jake sent this over. This looks like a tweet from Cardi B, right?
Yeah.
And you want to explain what's going on here?
I mean, it's basically self-explanatory. So
songs are activating.
Okay.
Like these demons that I killed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what happened?
I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like I I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore. I left that lifestyle a long time ago, bro. Like, I don't want to be that anymore. Like, and she's coming back. She's coming back, bro. Like, I feel like getting a cane. If you know about the canes, then you know. I've been having these weird feelings lately, and that's kind of why I didn't want her to do this song, Shake It, or like any drill songs, because
Is that the Rendezvous?
Is that coming from Rendezvous?
Yeah. Lena's on there.
Oh, so she's
Okay.
there. Okay.
All right,
it's like these songs are activating like these demons that I killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be that girl anymore. Like I just want to be a mother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why are we getting that feedback?
I don't know.
It's always dealing with this rendezvous stuff.
It's not the Rendezvous. Lena, I think are you have speakers on or something? Lena, I think are you have speakers on or something?
So
Hey, there she go.
There you go.
Oops.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Oh, hey.
What's up?
Hey.
Can we see your face?
Hey, oh, I wasn't
Where's
sure.
your face?
Yeah, we can.
There you go.
Hey, I can't. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying. Oh, okay. There you go.
What's up?
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up, bro?
How are you?
Good. Finally got you on there.
I know, right? I was trying to like make sure it's like lit and stuff in here because yeah.
Well, we appreciate the production.
So I have you guys on 3 devices right now. I have you on this phone, and I got you guys on this phone, and I got you guys on my TV right now.
Oh, so that's why we were getting all that.
No, well, it was probably because I still had the TV unmuted. Everything else is muted, but I didn't have the TV muted, so that's probably what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, let's try to listen to this again because kind of got.
At least you're nice and clear.
Let's play this video and we're gonna get your reaction and your insight because you were just talking about sacrifice and all of that stuff. So
that's interesting, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
okay,
the problem is this is an Instagram video, Jake, that you sent me, so it's not gonna
start over.
I don't want to be that old Cardi anymore. I left that lifestyle a long time ago, bro. Like, I don't want to be that anymore. Like, and she's coming back. She's coming back, bro. Like, I feel like getting a cane.
What?
If you know about the canes, then you know.
What that means.
I've been having these weird feelings lately, and that's kind of why I didn't want her to do this song, Shake It, or like any drill songs, because it's like these songs are activating like these demons that I killed. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, I don't want to be that girl anymore.
So she said they're activating demons that she killed?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
she don't want to bring it back.
I guess she's speaking about like within herself.
Yeah.
Things that she kind of like tried to get away from.
Right.
But they're coming back up.
Because of these songs.
Because of the songs that she's dealing with.
Interesting.
Or that she's putting out, you know.
So we know you're an avid Cardi B fan, Lena. So
No,
what do
she's
you?
not.
We know you have every album, so we want to get your insight. We want to get your insight on this.
Album. Lena does not have Cardi B albums. Don't do me like that.
No, I'm just joking. But what do you think about that Instagram post that she put up?
It says a lot. It's not just about herself. I feel like she's saying a lot about herself while how do you say that word? Simultaneously. I feel like she's saying a lot, as well as that word, a lot of other things. about.
Yep.
I feel like she maybe like her putting that out. Maybe she was. I don't know. I feel like sometimes, especially like actors and musicians and artists and stuff like that, sometimes say stuff accidentally, but not really accidentally, because they really, really want to be able to say certain things, but they know they can't because of the backlash they'll get from the higher ups within the industry. Like
Right.
I was watching so I watched the Met Gala Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Sunday night. I watched it a day in my life, and the only reason I tuned in was because I'm goofy, and there was a bingo game that was posted on this Instagram page that I follow, and there was like, if you see all these things, you got to get a bingo, and when you get a bingo, comment bingo. I just wanted to play a game. I was like, oh, okay, games, I'll try. I'm down. So I was like, okay, so I'll come to the Met Gala. I guess that was like a game. They got me. I got, I guess, because I gave them ratings. I gave them. We'll gloss past that for a minute. So I was watching the Met Gala, and during that, they said something about when they go inside, because I don't think we ever, as the general public viewers, actually get a peek of what goes on inside the Gala. Like, we don't, right?
No.
I don't even know what they do at the Met Gala.
And I don't know if they let this slip, and I don't know if I'm the only one who caught it, but I think it was Dylan Sprouse was giving them an idea of what happens when they walk into the Met Gala. They said something about they have to walk past the temple first. What you talking about? You just gonna skim over that? Like, you just say you had to do something in front of a temple and you get to go in? Like, he literally said that.
Wow.
I was like, wait, Dylan, can you rewind that? Can you play that back real quick? What'd you say? So with Cardi, with that whole Instagram post, I feel like she's saying something and saying everything at the same time. She's not just talking about herself; she's talking about the entire industry.
Yeah.
I don't think it was just about her.
What's that from? Is that like an interview that she did?
No, she was just talking on. She does that all the time on Instagram. She'll just like talk into her phone and just post it up on Instagram. And so it was just her sharing her thoughts, and she was saying like she says I've been feeling like this for 3 weeks. I want it to go away. And I mean, I've seen this from so many artists that like reach that certain level of success, and also that choose that path to success, where it's like, I'm just gonna do whatever. I'm gonna totally lean into stardom and making like the most crazy music. I mean, you saw it with Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, so many people where they come out and just
and we've had we've had meetings with almost every major label.
Yeah.
And even the conversations they have, like, it's like, yeah, you just do these certain things that you really don't want to do, but you do them so that you can get your foot in the door. Like, it's that basic. It's not like, because sometimes people swear it's like this. You're going to sign
this ritual where you meet up with the Illuminati, and it's little by little. You constantly make compromises.
Yeah.
You constantly give yourself over to your desire to be famous, your desire to be successful, and you do little things here and there until one day you wake up and you're being attacked. You know what I mean?
And that was a thing that we always heard. It was like, yeah, just do this. You're not gonna always have to do it.
Yeah.
You do this, and then when you get a hit, you can do what you want.
And it could just be a photo shoot where, like, wear this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and we would always push back, or on MTV, like, and just say this.
And because of that, we were known as like
difficult.
Yeah. We were known as difficult because we just didn't want to do what people told us we had to do. Because it's like, oh no, you just have to do this, and it's basically like you have to serve. You have to be subservient. So
but we were good difficult though, because they all liked us.
Yeah.
No, I'm not the ones. I'm not talking about those.
You're talking about from the
I'm
higher
talking about
ups.
In terms of like getting in the door of the industry in that way, like in terms of
being invited in.
Right.
Yeah.
Those doorkeepers, so to speak,
gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, you guys are difficult. No.
Yeah.
Because
Go ahead.
I want to throw something. I just want to throw something really quick because it's interesting that, you know, this is the conversation that you guys are having right now, because I actually had a conversation, was it yesterday? I think it might have been yesterday, where I was talking with this person that follows me on Instagram, and we occasionally will talk in messages, and I was telling him about how there's a lot of people out there who they might think that they're truly decent people, but they're not aware that they're not as decent as they might think that they are. And I had brought up a point to him, kind of like along the lines of what Jake was saying just now, and how you guys asked to do certain things. And actually, I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to try to remember it. So I open it so I can read it. And he was asking me, what makes people decent in your opinion? So instead of just outlining and enumerating what I think is decent, I just kind of said, well, let me ask you this. I said, because even seemingly decent people aren't truly as decent as they might think they are. I said, so if I offered to guarantee that for the rest of your life and for all generations after you in your family line, they'll never have to worry about anything, you'll always be comfortable and even live lavishly if you choose, but you and the rest of your family for generations to come will never have to want or work another day in your lives, would you take my offer? He goes, well, what's the offer? What's the cost for that? And I said, the only cost is that you just make sure you're available to do whatever I ask when I need you. And it isn't likely that what I ask you to do will be difficult for you to do. And his answer was, you know, for my family and my future families to not have to worry, sign up. And I was like, and so you're not as decent as you thought you were.
Right.
You know, I didn't tell you what it was. I didn't give you any other information. I didn't tell you. All I said was that it wouldn't be difficult. I didn't say it wouldn't be illegal. I didn't say it wouldn't be immoral. I just said it won't be difficult.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of things are difficult to do, but
they're especially not difficult to do.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you should do it. Yeah, you know.
They're especially not difficult to do when you got some hanging fruit, you know, in front of you.
Yeah.
And so it like, you know, you were saying earlier, Jake, that they would ask you certain things, but they called you difficult because.
Oh,
no.
We lost her.
We lost you.
We lost her.
Maybe we can get her back.
While she's trying to get back on, John actually sent me a clip article with the temple she was talking about.
Okay.
Of at the Met Gala?
Yeah. So it's the Temple of Dender, Architecture and Ritual.
Dender.
It's definitely an Egyptian temple. And I don't know what's the backstory.
So you got to walk through that?
Yeah.
To get in? That's
So where's the Met
So
Gala?
I actually saw a bunch of pictures of it. There's people eating in front of it. They're walking past it. Like, it's a bunch of stuff.
I'm going to pull up the other picture you sent me.
It's what is it? Dender?
Yeah, Temple of Dender.
Let's see.
I sent you another one too if it goes through.
So they're doing like a little show around it.
Yeah, they
like
do a fashion walk in front of it, looks like.
Okay.
But I sent you another one. I don't know if it went through. It's they're
Like,
eating
this
it.
always has some creepy, weird stuff.
Why?
Dude. Like,
Look at the next one I sent you.
No one ever asked. All right, let me pull it up, but you gotta take it down.
It says here that the temple was dedicated or is dedicated to Isis and Osiris.
There you go.
Yep.
Nobody ever asked why are we doing this?
Yeah. This picture is coming up super small, John.
But no, because people think it's art. See what I'm saying? Like
True.
it's art, but it's like where you get this art from.
Yeah.
They eat in front of it.
Yeah. So
everything is in there.
Yeah.
This is inside the Met Gala Museum, so.
All right. Don't laugh at me.
What is the Met Gala?
The Met Gala is that. Remember, you know the place where AOC wore the tax the rich dress. Remember that story?
All white with like
kind
red.
of.
Remember, she got dragged because she was at an event with a bunch of rich people.
Okay.
Where the tables cost.
I do remember the story.
Remember, Lady Gaga wore the meat suit.
Yeah, I thought that was.
It's always like people wear these ridiculous costumes there. That's the point of it.
Yeah, but what is it though?
The
point is it?
It's like a fun. It's like. Oh,
it's back.
It's like a fundraiser, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
for
I'm guessing it's a fundraiser towards the Met.
It's a fundraiser so that they can find
Met?
toward the. It's a museum. The Met is a museum. Yeah.
Oh, I'm back.
You're back. So you see the temple there?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah.
It's very creepy. It's all creepy and it's eerie.
Yeah.
Strange. And you know what? As you're pulling up the pictures, I'm like, there's a theme every year, right?
Yeah.
There's a theme that they have to dress up a certain way every year.
Right.
That makes me wonder what happens when y'all get inside and you are on theme, because some people aren't on theme.
Yeah.
And it's okay, they can still go in. So I'm wondering, okay, for the ones who are on theme, what happens after that? And
So did you ever see us? Did you ever see us talk about like Marina Abramovich and like the spirit cooking rituals and like those parties that she used to throw, where like Kim Kardashian's there, Lady Gaga, and
I just heard you talk about it. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
and
Yes.
They would do these weird parties too, where like they would have cakes shaped like humans, and they would slice up the cakes and divvy it out, and everyone would eat it. It's just weird, ritualistic stuff, and that's something that you should look into, because I see that you're discovering a lot of this stuff. You should look into her, Marina Abramovich.
Oh my goodness, you got it's all over my Instagram type of person that I am. Especially when down in 2020, I was one of the readers.
Okay.
During 2020, I was reading and researching.
Yeah.
That was me, but Yeah.
That's why we love you. That's why we've been connected all these years, because you are a smart person.
So what were you saying before you got cut off?
Let me see. But I was a lot when I got cut off. I'm trying to remember the last point that I was trying to make.
You were talking about the post between you and the person you were writing and about how you think you're a good person, but you're willing to, compromise for certain, promises or benefits.
What makes you decent?
Yeah. The thing was that I was trying to make the point to the young man was that, why they call him young? I think he's a little bit older than me. I was trying to make a point to the gentleman that not everybody, majority of people have a price. It is very rare to not have a price. Price, when I say price, it doesn't even have to be monetary. It doesn't mean money. A price can mean what you're willing to compromise. If you're willing to compromise your integrity, your morals, your standards, your principles, it doesn't matter if it's for money or for whatever. If you're willing to compromise it, that's your price.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have a price. Very few people don't. I'm willing to venture that you guys are part of the few that don't have a price. but sometimes, see, the thing is, sometimes when people have families, sometimes that's their price. And that's why I know there's a scripture that talks about not being tied to earthly things, to always make sure, that you're putting the things of the kingdom first.
Right.
Because you don't even want to be too attached to family members on earth, because even Jesus said, what did he say? He was coming with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
It will divide. It's going to divide. So it will divide families. It'll divide brother,
from
sister.
son. Yeah.
So if you're too attached even to your family, that can be your downfall. You don't want to be attached to anybody, anything that is on this earth, because it can be used against you. And that thing is, most people have some sort of price, and even if it means that's just like, okay, sorry. I have all these scriptures in my head right now, but the story about the woman and the baby and King Solomon.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Where she was gonna cut. He said, "Well, cut the baby and give it half to each woman." The real mother obviously no, okay, no, you don't have to just give the baby to her. The baby was her price.
Right.
Now, it wasn't a bad thing. That's not a bad story at all. But all I'm saying is she was so attached to that baby. First of all, the baby shouldn't have been killed. We all know it. But basically, but in her stopping them and saying, you know what, in order, even if that means I'll never see my baby again, I'm willing to say, well, just give the baby to her so that there's no harm that comes to that child's head.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been anything else. It could have been, well, do this for me or do that for me, do that for me. Your child gets it. That's her price. You know, most people have some type of price, but it's very rare to meet someone who doesn't have a price. That's what I was trying to yeah.
Speaking of attachments and talking about Hollywood and all the weirdness, I'm gonna play this clip of an interview with Megan Fox. She was doing an interview with I think it was Vogue or somebody.
Those two are weird,
dude.
Didn't they like drink each other's blood and
That's what
put it in the?
That's what I'm about to play.
Yikes!
They well she talked about it before, and then everyone was making a big deal about it, you know, all over social media or whatever. So of course they asked her about an interview, and this is her trying to clean it up.
Right.
Okay. So just watch this.
I guess drink each other's blood might mislead people, or like people are imagining us with like goblets and we're like Game of Thrones drinking each other's blood. It's just a few drops, but yes, we do consume each other's blood on occasion for ritual purposes only. It is used for a reason, and it is controlled where it's like, let's shed a few drops of blood and each drink it. He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just like cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul, let me bleed on you. It doesn't not happen, let me tell you. Maybe not exactly like that, but a version of that has happened many times.
Yeah. Oh, glamour.
Right.
It's a glamour. And
Guys.
before she goes into that, she actually talks about how something about like her thoughts of when she first met him, because they did a movie together. So when she first met him, he was physically the type of human being that she envisioned since she was 4 years old, and she's 4 years older than him, I think. So she was trying to make the point that like her thoughts created him and formed him into the person that he was. Like weird stuff. You know what I mean? So now they drink each other's blood in some ritualistic fashion,
Right.
and she's trying to clean it up, like because it's not goblets of blood. It's just like
just a few drops.
Yeah, just a few drops here and there.
All right, weirdo.
That makes it
y'all
better.
just some weirdos.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah.
Look up Jennifer's Body.
Jennifer's Body.
She was in that movie. She starred in that movie.
Okay.
I don't know.
might
That
be
just,
the movie.
yeah, that might be why she acts like that.
And okay, I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, Megan Fox was starred in it.
Yeah. And that just reminds me of that movie, because I watched that accidentally. I wouldn't have watched it if I had known what it really was. I watched that accidentally. Jennifer's Body.
Sounds like a possession movie.
Jennifer's
something like
Body. What is it about? We got it on
Jennifer's Body?
Wikipedia. Oh, John, you know that one?
I know that one.
Yeah, what's it about?
Is it about possession?
Yeah, it's like an alien possesses a body of a girl, and he's like murderous.
Oh. Where'd she go? I don't see her.
I'm not there anymore.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. But yeah, she lived in a small town. She lived in a small town with her best friend Moody or something like that. Yeah. And she was like a Lolita, like the young girl that does promiscuous things with older men.
Yes.
And is desired heavily by older men. Well, she ended up going off with a band that came to their town, and the band that came to their town was actually like devil worshippers, and people didn't know that. And then they set their whole town on fire and killed a bunch of people. And they took her to the woods and tried to sacrifice her. They were giving her blood, so it was like a blood thing. And because she wasn't actually a virgin, what was supposed to happen was they were supposed to sacrifice the virgin. She wasn't really a virgin, so what happened was the spell, trying trying to do backfired, and it just caused her to basically be like Walking Dead. And then in order for her to continue to live, she had to keep killing other young boys.
Oh, okay.
So
That sounds nothing like what John said.
I mixed up two movies.
Where were the aliens?
It was a
Where was
while
the
ago.
aliens?
It was a while ago, you know.
Yeah, but it was shocking. That's why I remember it. But she literally have to live off the blood of young men.
Wow.
Yep.
And
now she out here drinking blood
of a younger man.
Of a young man.
I will not be watching that movie.
Wow.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
And then I
Accident,
I
huh?
continued watching it. I started watching, then I stopped it. I'm like, I didn't mean to watch this because it framed it in the description as a comedy. What about this is funny?
What?
And then so I stopped watching it. But then one of my friends came over and told me and tried to like, oh no, it's not as bad as you think. So we finished watching it together. And when we were finished, I'm like, yeah, it was. No, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like, no. It's like, oh no, it's not what you think. No, yes, it was. It's exactly what I thought. No, I stopped watching it. But yeah, I did finish watching. But now hearing about this makes sense.
Wow. See, I didn't even know that context to it. I just seemed like weird Hollywood stuff.
Yeah.
They're always doing this.
How old is that movie? Was it? What year is it?
2000, just old. It's early 2000s, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm loving these pretzels.
2009.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's interesting that, like, even the door, like, you step into agreement with these things little by little. Like, oh, let me do this movie. They want me in this movie. Right?
Yeah.
And then you experience these things that you normally wouldn't experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it opens up your door, right? You open yourself up to these things that you normally wouldn't experience, and then it becomes kind of normal to you, right? And you get around people who, like, how do you think these ideas for these scripts come about? People are tapped into some weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know? And then people are like, oh, no, it's just art. It's just
eyes wide shut.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just art. It's just a weird movie. No, it's not just a weird movie. People are coming up with this stuff because they're experiencing these type of things.
Yeah.
They're being influenced from a spiritual realm.
Yeah. Like, I mean, she's talked about doing ayahuasca right before. And
wasn't she married to a dude from 90210?
Yeah. She was.
Who?
Megan Fox. Oh, I don't know the dude.
But I don't know all her story.
Yeah, I actually feel bad for her though, because Megan Fox, from the very beginning, she actually talked about some things that happened to her because she was so beautiful, and you know, when she first entered Hollywood, she was really young. They did really, really disgusting things to her, and I think that messed with her. That messed with her mind. And they always, you ever notice how they always put Megan Fox in a certain type of role?
Yeah.
They want her to be that. They want her. They wanted her to be that role because what it really was, there's sick fantasies of her.
But
they wanted
look how
her
she's,
to be that.
Look how she's dressed in that interview, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think she has become what they wanted. You know?
Yeah, that's why I feel bad for him. Like, dang, they got you, girl.
Queen of the damn.
So check out this. This is from one of those spirit cooking parties I was talking about. That's Gwen Stefani right there.
Who is that? Who's the person they're eating? That looks like someone. Like who are they eating?
That's the point. It's supposed to look like someone. It's a cake though.
Yeah.
But it is a person. They sit there. They just
Is it like a particular celebrity or like?
I don't think that face is an actual person on this one. Sometimes they have a real person there. Yeah. Like the head of a real person.
Right. No. What I mean is like, is it supposed to be depicting a certain celebrity? Looks like Britney Spears a little bit, to be honest. I'm gonna keep it real.
It might have been. You know, they do these rituals. This is the woman here, and one of the things about her that people talk about is because she's very into like these rituals, and she's like 70-something years old in this picture.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my. Okay.
And you know, it's believed because of what she does and what she's into. Here's another image of them. See, that's her there. That's Lady Gaga, and that's them cutting into another one of these cakes.
Oh my God! Like it's realistic blood though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's really, really disgusting.
Yeah.
And they look so proud of themselves. They look so happy with themselves.
Yeah, because it's all art, you know. It's all
well,
like
a lot of that type of stuff. It's about the art is breaking barriers. It's like that's the whole thing with Aleister Crowley.
Is that a baby?
Well, you got to be careful because some of this stuff is like, but that's her with Jay-Z.
Oh.
What's this? That's the same picture, like the same ritual from a different angle. I mean, there's ones with her with Kim Kardashian. All of the top celebrities have like gone to her. I remember like Lady Gaga talking about how she was her muse for a while.
Yeah, and Hillary Clinton. And
yeah, Hillary.
One of her.
Did somebody say Hillary eats babies? Did somebody say that?
We're not gonna just throw some stuff out there.
Maybe y'all should kick me off. Sometimes some stuff comes out of my mouth. I probably should be censored for.
No, listen.
Hey, it's possible. She might be eating babies.
Listen. Those are the conspiracy theories out there. There's a whole there's a whole if you go into the interwebs and research it, there's supposedly like a whole hard drive that they recovered on Anthony Weiner's laptop. Because remember her top aide, Huma Abedin, was Anthony Weiner's wife. You remember Anthony Weiner, the senator that got arrested for texting nude pictures to an underage girl.
Yeah.
And then they confiscated his laptop. He was married to her top aide who went with her everywhere. So
he's out of jail now.
Apparently on his laptop, there was some encrypted files that they found, and like apparently like a bunch of people from the NYPD, when they recovered these files, like they quit the force. They like had panic attacks from seeing what was on this drive, and there's a lot of speculation on what it was, and some stories out there, but I don't know what's true about this. These are all the conspiracy theories, but it had to do with what you're talking about.
Okay. I'll try to be careful next time about what I say. I have to think.
No, you can listen.
No, I don't want y'all to. No, because it's y'all live. I don't want y'all to get like booted or nothing.
We've already been there.
We've been there.
We talked about it. We did a whole episode on what was our first episode ever? We did was about
Epstein.
Not Epstein. The Shirley Temple.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
You ever see the Baby Burlesque? You ever see
Yes.
that from the 1930s?
But we did talk about Epstein though, because
we did. Of course, we talked about. We talked about
Abel
Epstein.
didn't know like what was going on.
Yeah. We talked about Epstein. We talked about Jussie Smollett.
Smoulier.
And we talked
Juicy.
about Baby Burlesque for a while. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that.
Mom said good night.
Good night, Mom.
Stephanie said close the door, call on Christ.
I wanted to bring this up.
Okay.
So I saw The Godfather, for the first time ever.
Oh yeah?
Never saw that movie.
You never watched that movie?
Never watched that movie.
Wow.
And it just brought up a bunch of stuff. I started watching it because there's a series now on Paramount. And it's speaking about the making of Godfather.
Okay.
So you get to see a kind of the behind the scenes stuff. And of course they're not telling you everything, but it's just interesting in how stuff comes together, right? But also like the whole Godfather thing is crazy. Like that movie. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah, but years ago. It's been a while.
Long time ago.
Have you seen it, Lane?
No, I haven't.
No?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I've heard, talking points and like when people make Godfather references, but I've never actually seen the whole thing.
Give you an offer.
Yeah, you can't refuse.
Yeah, but I haven't seen actually the whole thing like ever.
Another thing they say over and over again is if I wanted you dead, you'd be dead by now.
Yeah. You know? I just remember the scene of them cutting the garlic with the razor blades.
No, that's not in that.
That's not in.
No, that's Goodfellas.
Oh, that's Goodfellas. Yeah. I always mix those movies up.
Yeah, all the gangster movies.
Yeah. Casino.
But the interesting thing about Scarface is that, like, it's all about family, right? Like, it's
Godfather, you said Scarface.
Because I said
I'm sorry.
You mixing up some gangs.
The Godfather. It's all about family, but then it shows you how the family is just disintegrated by all the stuff they go through.
Right.
Like, it's impossible.
It ends up just being in chaos.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting because they're going after like this, and he says it like every time. There's the number 3 is like, you ever hear that saying like, oh, when I think I was out, they pull me back in.
Yeah.
That's Godfather 3. And you think that there's this place where you're gonna make it, where I'll go legit. Like that's what the whole mentality. Like I'm gonna go legit, but it never happens.
Right.
You know, and you can never do it because you're subservient. You are subject to that which you've been serving to get you to where you are. The only reason why you got what you got is because you were serving this mentality, this desire. So I don't know. It was very interesting because I feel like the mafia is kind of like what the spirit realm is. You know, it's working unauthorized.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it gets to work unauthorized because nobody's challenging its authority.
Right.
So, just wanted to bring that up.
I like it, man. All right. Anything else y'all want to touch on before we wrap it up? You want to show this video? Did John, the video that you sent me with Jake?
Why?
I don't know. He said it was interesting.
Oh no, I just sent it to you so you could see the video Jake posted. That's all.
Okay. So we don't want to show it?
No.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. It's we're at well over 2 hours.
Thanks, Lena.
Of course.
Look, we're at 222 right now.
Ooh.
What? No, you're kidding.
Yeah. 2
I'm
hours.
telling you.
2 hours and 22 minutes.
That's crazy. These certain numbers keep following, man.
Yeah. Lena, so good to see you. Thank you for chiming in. We got to get you on
guys.
earlier next time so we can talk about all this stuff together.
Yeah, I was late tonight. I'm sorry.
It's all good. No, it's all good. We're glad you finally got on and got
Good to see your face,
the rendezvous working.
I miss you guys so much.
We miss you too. We got some new music and hopefully we got some shows coming up that we can have you come to.
Yeah, I definitely got to come to you. I miss you guys a lot.
We miss you too.
We miss you.
Uh-oh.
We lost you.
We lost her. Okay.
At least you got to say it.
All right. On that note, appreciate you guys for watching us this evening. We talked about some good. There's a lot of stuff going on, man.
Yeah.
Things are happening. Things are shifting. I feel it.
Yeah.
Listen.
I can feel it.
If you guys appreciate what we're talking about, if you like this, hit the like button, share it. Don't forget to go to our Patreon, patreon.com/youngliontv. I forgot to talk about that at the beginning of the show, but we need y'all support. You can subscribe over there, become a member, become a Patreon supporter. There's plenty of tiers there. And, we're just going to keep trying to make better content and get better equipment. So if you want to donate on the Cash App, it's $youngliontv. If you want to get the T-shirt that our brother Stan is rocking right there, you can just send $20 to the Cash App with your size, small, medium, large, extra large, double X.
I don't think we have smalls.
Okay, medium, large, extra large, double X, and now triple X, right? We got a few triple X.
Triple X.
So, yeah, that's the Cash App right there. $20.
For you swole people like our brother Rob.
Yeah. Rob already bought 2 shirts, so we got to get them up. But, yeah, if you want, just put $20 to the Cash App with T-shirt in the, the little title thing, and then your size. And we'll get you guys one. We'll contact you, get your address, get it to you. But we appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys next week. We'll be here next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see you
We
guys
come
next
back
week.
Monday.
We come back Monday.
Monday night. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a long weekend ahead of us.
Oh, so long.
See you guys next week. We out of here. Peace.
Young lion, go live, yeah. Young lion, you rich, yeah. This kingdom has room,